Abhaya Hridaya Mudra. Hook together the pinkies, ring, and middle fingers, and then touch the thumb and index finger of each hand to each other, almost as if you have two Yana Mudras, and then bring that in front of your heart. It means fearlessness in the deepest caves of the heart. Rumi says you have to break it again and again until it stays open. So let's crack it open today. Come onto your hands and knees, child's pose. Drop your head towards the earth, stretch your arms out. And then come on up to all fours, curl your toes, raise your hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Settle in, spread your hands and feet into the earth. Really get rooted. You can shake the legs out a little bit, like you're shaking the dust off, shaking out any stagnation. Reach your right toes up to the sky behind you. Bend the knee, open the hip, and make some giant circles with your knee. So if you're painting the sky with your knee, go in both directions. Go a whole bunch in one, and then switch it up and go in the other direction. Then extend your toes way up high. Look forward. Slide your right knee up between your thumbs for a pigeon. And then waterfall your heart down. Draw the chin in and roll back up. And do that a few times, just undulating through the spine, letting the heart and head pour down and then ripple back up like a wave. Almost as if you're just blowing in the breeze here. The next time you come up, stay up, keep your spine tall, heart bright. You might even try reaching your arms all the way up into the sky alongside your ears. If the arms are up, circle them down. Shift off to the right hip so that you can swing your left leg forward. Bardvajasana. Bring your left ankle into the arch of your right foot and turn to the right side. So right hand comes behind you, left hand crosses over to right knee. The last step is to turn your head and let it drip over your left shoulder, a little counter twist with the upper spine. And then from there, you're just going to slide your right hand out towards the back of the mat to come to lie down on the right side of your body. Cradle the base of your skull in your right hand and reach for your left big toe. If you can't reach the toe, just hold on to whatever you can. Ananta Asana. Try to move the sacrum into the body and the navel into the body at the same time, everything hugging the midline. Flex your bottom foot, that'll help keep you steady. Lower your top leg slowly down and just slide onto your belly. Scoot yourself back over to the middle of the mat. Fingertips by your low ribs. Come up into a big cobra, and you can roll the shoulders around a few times here and undulate a little bit. Swirl the forehead back down to touch the earth. Come on up through hands and knees. Child's pose, and then take downward facing puppy. So keep your knees underneath your hips. Walk them back from child's pose. Walk your arms forward like it's going into downward dog, and melt your heart towards the floor. You might have your forehead on the ground. You might have your chin on the ground, and maybe even your breastbone on the ground if you have the room. And then draw yourself back up to hands and knees. Round your back up towards the sky. Shake that around a little bit, stretching the back open. Drop the belly, look up. Round the spine as you exhale. A couple of cat-cows here just to shake the dust off again. Right, keep opening up those deep caves for the heart. Curl your toes, lift your hips. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Send your left leg up to the sky, bend the knee in the air, and make big giant circles with that knee. You might write the name of someone you love in the sky so you feel their presence as you practice. Go a couple of times in one direction and then change it up and go the other way. And then extend leg way up high, slide your left knee forward through the hands. Pigeon, uncurling the back toes, sweep the heart down, forehead towards the earth, and then ride the breath back up a few times. Slowly and gently, but steadily. The next time you come on up, stay up. You can reach the arms all the way up into the sky, but if you need the hands on the ground to support you, keep them there. As the hands descend, you'll rock over towards your left hip so that you can swing the right knee forward, almost like the right foot is in a half virasana. Tuck the ankle of the right foot into the arch of your left foot and twist to the left. So left hand will come behind you and right hand will cross over the left knee. And you gather up length as you breathe in, and you twist from behind your navel as you breathe out. Last step is to let the head turn to the right, almost as if your left eyeball is looking for your right toes. And then as you unravel, the left hand slides to the back of the mat so you can make your way onto the left edge of your body. Cradle your hand on the base of your skull, bend your right knee, reach for the right big toe, and stretch your right leg up just as far as it'll go into Ananta Asana. Keep the bottom foot nice and flexed on the ground to hold you steady, but it's okay if you do fall over. As you lower that top leg down, you'll roll onto your belly, scoot into the center of the mat, take your hands down by your low ribs on your fingertips, and begin to ride the breath up into a king cobra this time. So the heart comes up and the knees bend. You tip the head back as if you're going to touch toes to your third eye. Do that 3 times. So you'll rise up and you'll melt down. And you'll rise up, bending the knees. Keep a little tiny bend in the elbows. And then melt your way all the way down. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Rest your belly, your arms, your legs, everything on the ground. The palms are turned open, full prostration. Allow yourself to be held in this moment. Press your way up to hands and knees, child's pose. Seat to heels, head drops towards the earth, arms extended. Roll up to a tall spine. Shift the legs out in front of you. Janu Shirshasana, the right leg long, left knee bent, but first stand on your left shin, drop the left hand behind you, raise your hips, reach the right arm overhead, stargazer. And then you'll fall and fold over that long right leg. Keep your right toes pointing up, stretching your sternum towards your toes, lengthening both sides of the waist as evenly as possible. Come on up, change sides, bend the right knee, stretch the left leg out, stand on the right shin for stargazer, reach the left arm and hips up and back. And then lowering down to fold over that long left leg, extending your heart towards your foot and then letting that head melt. A deep inhale will bring you all the way back up, tall spine. And then simple seated. Let's take Abhaya Hridaya Mudra again, hooking pinkies, ring, and middle fingers together, and then connecting the thumb and index finger of each hand. Bring it in front of your heart. Rumi said, "The infinite green garden of love has many fruits beyond joy and sorrow. Love is forever green without spring, without autumn." So be brave enough to feel all of it, to be witness to all of it, and to not push it away. Coming down onto your back for Shavasana. Namaste.